Healing from heartbreak in just 60 days. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, and that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Guys, we got a success story today. I love me some success stories, so this is a good one. Now, I did a video or two ago, and it was titled When Your Love Breaks Your Heart, okay? Now, this guy inspired me to make that video where I shared my own personal story, and he has shared more about his journey and how he turned a breakup of 3 years in 2 months. He turned it all around. So what I like about this letter is that it's a young guy, so being young, he's not going to have a lot of relationship experience, and he's been with this person for a long time. So those early heartbreaks tend to be really tough ones to get over because you really don't have a frame of reference, and you're really just figuring out the wonderful world of love and relationships and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to jump into his letter and we'll break it down. All right, guys? Put on your seatbelt. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a roller coaster, but a good one. All right. Okay, thank you so much for doing your video. I'm going to extend a little bit of information about myself. My name is Pablo, and I'm 21. She was my first everything. Everything? Tell me more. Oh, he does. Okay, she was my first everything, and I thought we were going to be together forever, like those Disney movies. Guys, the fairy tale, all that stuff is for the women. You need to be strong, centered on your purpose, and let her dream and let her fall in love and have all these things, and you can have it too, but don't get too caught up in the Hollywood BS. All right. Together forever like those Disney movies. Similar to you, we are both finishing our degrees. I mentioned how I was finishing my degree, and so was she. And had future plans together, like they were going to rent a house and live together. What hurt me was how much unexpected it seemed in the beginning. Now looking back, I saw some changes in the way of her acting that were red flags. See, when you're in it, love is blind and you don't see it, okay? Because your emotions are involved, and usually as men, we tend to be a little naive, okay? Women are always thinking about relationships. They're always thinking about what's going right, what's going wrong. And guys, if you pay attention, there's subtle cues that she's giving you, and sometimes not so subtle cues, okay? A lot of guys will think, oh, when she's bringing up relationship problems, that she's nagging me. She's nagging. I'll tell you what, gentlemen, if you love her, you better not, number one, tune her out. Two, call it bitching or nagging, because that's a quick way out of that relationship. So if that's your goal, you're on the right path. Okay. Prior to the breakup, we were telling each other how much we love each other, kissing, etc. And suddenly the, quote, I think we need to break up. And it hit me like a Mack truck. I tried to convince her for some weeks to work it out, but she did not want to. So it sounds to me like she'd been thinking about it for a while, and he thought everything was fine. He's got his male blinders on. He's been in this thing for 3 years, and, much like my story of my first long-term relationship, you're kind of blind to the things that are going on in the relationship. That's why I always say, guys, when you're dating women, it doesn't end once she's committed to you, whether it means she's committed in a monogamous relationship to you, you're engaged to her, married to her, whatnot. You never stop dating your person, okay? Big, keep dating them. Big. All right. So he was in denial. That's why he kept reaching out for weeks, because he's like, hey, we've been together for 3 years, and he couldn't figure out what was going on. So there's a lot of confusion, a lot of hurt, etc. Now 2 months later, of course I still think about her and even dreamt about her sometimes, but I'm getting so much better. Yeah, you're with somebody for 3 years, there's still familiar things about that person in your life, You have your daily routines with them. You shared a lot of jokes, a lot of memories. And so it's going to take time, just like if you're, say, going off of carbohydrates in a diet, it's going to take your body some time to adjust, right? Or if you're in a rehab center and you're getting off drugs or alcohol, it takes time to detoxify the body. So that's perfectly normal to be going through that or feeling those things. I deleted her contact info and all of her photos. First weeks was pain, even physical pain. Yeah, you'll feel physical pain. I talk about how you have that lump in your throat and that pain in your heart. All of my body hurt, but I have transformed all that into motivation. See, I talked about this, guys, where when you're dealt that kind of pain, it's okay to feel it, right? And he said how in the first weeks he felt that pain, but at some point you've got to start to turn it around. Now, that's a pretty good turnaround. I mean, he made a decision rapidly that he needed to make some changes, right? I'm grateful for having found your channel, as it has helped me see through other lenses and inspire me to become the best version of me. So guys, that's one of the major reasons, men and women, I'm doing this channel, is that if through someone else's experience, right, old man, through other people's experience, if you can learn and take what you can take from it that's going to be applicable to you, where a light bulb goes off and you're like, okay, that makes sense to me, that's why I'm here, and that's why other coaches are here as well. It's a labor of love. In the end, we didn't have so many things in common. She was a very basic girl. She had no hobbies apart from watching Netflix and Instagram all day. So you can see that now he's reflecting, and there's acceptance that, yeah, we really didn't have a lot in common. And that's the problem when you get into a relationship, whether it's because you're young or because you just want somebody there, you want a warm body, or they're very good looking, is you're not getting in for the right reasons, and you can't really be objective with your decision. So especially when it starts to become physical and then feelings start to set in, you spend a lot of time with them, all of a sudden the saying is true, love is blind. So you got to watch those things. Okay, so he had reflection and acceptance. Here's the conclusion. Tomorrow I have a date with a girl that seems more interesting, my boy. But what have changed is my way of looking at relationships. I don't need a girlfriend. She is just a complement, not my purpose. My purpose, my physical, spiritual, and mental health are my priorities. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this video. It really helps, and all the other videos as well. Greetings from a thankful fan in Spain. You're welcome. Say hi to Spain for me. So with this last one, I don't want women to take this the wrong way, because he said he doesn't need a girlfriend, she's just a compliment. It's not meant to diminish the value of a woman in a man's life, where red pill or MGTOW takes it to a very extreme level, almost to a very hateful extreme. And that's not exactly what I don't think he's getting at least from my perspective, or at least for my mission. It's that if you make that person your everything, you have the Disney fairy tale, like he said earlier, right? So you can imagine that he built this woman up so much that he lost some of himself, and he couldn't really look clearly at the relationship to see if they have compatible values. He saw that she didn't have much going for her, called her a very basic girl, and that she only wanted to watch Netflix and play on Instagram all day. So now that he's stepped away from the relationship, he's seeing that that wasn't for him. There's some guys that are fine with that, right? Just like if one person is lazy, just likes to chill all the time, doesn't want to do anything, isn't really building anything in their life, they're fine with that. And others, they see it as not enough. So it's just a matter of your value system and what you need and want in a relationship. So he now sees that now that it's over, right? He's had time to reflect. So I love this letter, and you're my man, Pablo. Good stuff. You know, you can turn it around quick, guys. I mean, sometimes the heart heals in its own time, and it takes time, but make sure you don't take the story, the narrative of the breakup and of the relationship and play it like a record constantly, okay? What you need to do, all props go to Tony Robbins for this, the motivational speaker, life coach guy, if you know who he is. If not, look him up. His books, his videos are epic, okay? Good stuff. In fact, that's the first book I ever read, was Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. I believe it was written in the late 80s, early 90s. It was life-changing for me. It was the first book I ever read, and I was 17 or 18 years old. I got through school somehow. They gave me a diploma. Thank you, Lord Jesus. So, you know, looking at all this, it's just a fantastic letter, and it really almost makes me envious that when I was maybe a little older than he is, and I had my issue, it took me a year to get over a breakup. It took this kid 2 months. So props and kudos. But there's a lot of meat, there's a lot of substance in this email, you guys. So I hope you'll watch this video over and over if you're going through a breakup, and you know, he hit all the marks on what you need to get over and get past an ex who no longer wants you in their life. So hopefully that helps you guys. I love your letters. I love to do videos on them. Please reach out to me. I respond very quickly because this is my labor of love and my passion. So guys, like, share, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.